Google Classroom just released a feature that makes it even more powerful as a learning tool. We're probably pretty familiar with being able to assign different assignments and events to the stream, but we now have the ability to view those assignments in a calendar view. So here in the About tab, you're going to have two options: View in Classroom or Open in Google Calendar. You can see that all of the assignments that I posted for this class show up under their due date, and you can scroll through the weeks to see other events. The Open in Google Calendar option will do just that. It'll bring you to a calendar that was specifically created for that class. So you can see one calendar for each one of my Google Classroom classes here. Now, these are only assignments that show up here that have a due date attached to them. And let's say you have another event that you want to share with kids that maybe doesn't have a due date. You can just create it on that calendar. So here it is, Earth Science Hour 1, guest speaker on Thursday. This will now show up on your Google Calendar and theirs because it's all synced together, but you as the teacher of that class have the rights to manage it. The other exciting thing is that we can now share this calendar with parents. I'm going to show you how to take this calendar and embed it on Schoology so your parents will be able to see what's going on in your class. Find the drop-down menu next to the name of the calendar and click Calendar Settings. About halfway down the page, there's a box that says Embed this calendar, and it has some code here. We need to copy that. Before you do copy it, you do have some options about changing how this will look when it gets to Schoology. So let's take a look at that. I've changed my settings just a little bit to customize it the way I'd like it to look. I found that a width of 600 pixels makes it fit a little bit better on your Schoology page than leaving it at the default 800. You can play around with these different checkboxes here depending on how you really want your calendar to look. After you have everything the way you want it here, click this Update HTML button so everything looks correct, and then select all. A good shortcut for doing that is Control A on your keyboard and then Control C to copy. Now I'm in my materials page in that Earth Science course within Schoology. I'm going to add materials from the drop-down menu, and what I'm adding here is a page. So I'm just going to call this Class Calendar. And over here on the right side there's a box that says Switch to HTML. We're going to click that so then we can just paste that code we got from Google and paste it right in there. The last thing we're going to have to check at the bottom is this button right here that says Display on a new page, but we want that to display inline so people can see it right there when we get to Schoology. After that's all set, I'll click Create. And there it is. Now we can see all of those different events that we have posted in Google Classroom showing up right here on our Schoology page. The nice thing about this is that after you post this here once, every time you assign an assignment, it'll show up here automatically from Google Classroom. So there's no posting in two places on two different calendars.